What is going on, guys? They call me Epi. Welcome to another video on the channel today. If you're awake, it's 6 o'clock in the morning in the Eastern US. The closed beta is now live. Congratulations for all my fellow ghosts that actually got in. This video is going to be dedicated for all you ghosts out there who haven't gotten access to the beta yet. So I wanted to do a complete run through as soon as I got in of all the weapons that are available in the game right now. Please keep in mind, guys, that this list could shrink or grow. Of course, we're expecting it to grow, but again, things could change at launch, so be aware of that. And we have a playlist in the description as well as an annotation that's going to be on screen at the end of the video for my Ghost Recon Wildlands playlist. Check out the playlist. All the Ghost Recon content you could ever need is going to be right there. So there is a lot of weapons in this game. I ran through a lot of them very quickly, so feel free to pause the video at any point and check out the weapons in more depth. Each one has a bunch of statistics that we talked about very briefly again in my weapon gunsmith video, so check that out if you haven't seen it. But when you open the gunsmith for the very first time, you're going to see that the weapons are organized into categories. So the first category you have is an all category in which you can browse through every single weapon in the game. You have an AR category, a submachine gun, LMG, sniper, and shotgun, so pretty standard stuff right there. First thing I noticed is that there are more ARs and submachine guns than, let's say, LMGs or shotguns in this game, which kind of is disappointing. I would like to see more weapon variety for the other archetypes of weapons that I guess don't see as much use, but anybody can argue that everybody runs shotguns instead of ARs, so that's just a personal preference on your playstyle. But I recorded some secondary weapon footage for you guys as well. I know I haven't covered that at all on my channel just yet, and you guys are going to be pretty disappointed to see that there are not a lot of secondary weapons. I think there's as many secondaries as there are shotguns. There's really not a lot of weapons in these categories, so again, more weapons would have been nice to see. I'm pretty sure they could easily patch these in as DLC or just add some new weapons whenever they want in an update or a hotfix, whatever, so that's pretty simple to do. I was thinking about how they were going to weapon balance all of these damn things, because again, there's a lot of these weapons, but at the same time, there's no PvP as of right now, so co-op PvE experiences, nobody really cares about OP weapons because you're using them on AI to begin with, so no problems there really. That's not to say I want to see one or two overpowered weapons that everybody uses in the meta. I don't really see that many metas forming in this game since it's not an RPG, but you never know, there are fan favorites, and I would like to see which weapons everybody gravitates to once you get into the beta, boys. So we're going to address exotic weapons for the first time on the channel, and I really want to talk about them because there's some interesting things going on here. So the exotic weapons are pretty distinguishable from the other weapons, not only by what they look like, but in the weapon selection list, they actually have an additional icon, a wreathed icon, to show that they are elite status, they are actually exotic, and you're going to want to get these as fast as you possibly can. So every single exotic in the game, as far as I can see, is unlocked by defeating one of the bosses in the cartel hierarchy. So you're going to want to play those story missions and take out as many cartel members as you possibly can. Maybe not in the beta because all this info is going to be wiped at the end of it, but when we get the game, these weapons are really going to hit harder and be a lot smarter than your average weapon. So there are damage and weapon statistics that differ between exotic weapons and I guess you'd call it their normal tier counterpart. You're going to see their weapon model is the same on the base weapon, but the exotic weapon has a little bit more flair, a little bit more funk. It has additional colors and camos on it by default, and some of them actually even come with a scope or a sight on it. So they are really making these weapons worth your while. Now I know it's going to come up. There is a pink camo for one of these exotic weapons, and I know it's going to come up, but I want to say that I'd like to think that the developers are tuning these weapons to their respective bosses that you acquire them from. So maybe that pink weapon is acquired from one of the couple cartel members in the game. We don't know who they are just yet, but keep that in mind before you judge the weapon. I know it's not super realistic, super hardcore Ghost Recon have a pink camo, but I'm sure it's going to reflect the personality or at least the characteristics of the boss you take them away from. So I like the weapon. I thought it was okay. That's it for me though, guys, on this video. I'm going to let the rest of the video roll through so you can check out all of the other weapons. I want to get in this beta. I want to play this game. I'm going to record some more videos for you guys, so make sure to check that playlist and the annotation at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what your favorite weapon is. That M4 Tactical looks effing sweet. I'll see you guys on the next video.